So I'll program, I don't program the logs for our gym. I personally have my own class that people can attend. We have, at our gym we have powerlifting classes, Olympic lifting classes, gymnastics. So we offer all the individual specialties. So for me, from a gymnastics standpoint, if I run a gymnastics class, what I do is I have a 15-minute warm-up. Sometimes it's just movement for quality movement. So it doesn't even matter how many rounds. It's just so many reps of, you're going to do dislocates, nice and tight. You're going to give me 5 inchworms, block the feet in, give me a couple push-ups, work on the hollow body. Maybe I throw a 10-second hollow hold in there, a couple hollow rocks, whatever it is that I'm going to be doing that day, whatever I want dialed in, I'll put into my warm-up. Sometimes I also use my warm-up as a skill development time. So if there's something I want to do, like, I know that in 3 weeks, I know I'm going to program out something on the rings, and we're going to be swinging. So maybe for 3 weeks, I program something in the beginning of ring transition work to get the shoulders ready for what we're about to do. So when we get there, the athlete's already set up and ready to go. And I took care of it ahead of time. I offer my class 2 days a week. And what I do is I program for 2 weeks floor work, and then I go bar work for 2 weeks, and then I go ring work for 2 weeks. That was the easiest way for me doing just a gymnastics class to make sure everyone got enough movement in, because not everyone would punt every day. So if I did rings one day, bars the next day, floor the next day, and then kept doing it like this, a lot of people missed out. And so what happened was I was having to go over a lot of movement over and over and over again. So this way I was able to build a foundation. So when people came in, if they were in for 2 weeks for that period, they already knew what to do. So if they missed a day, the next day they still knew what to do. And then it would vary a little bit. So if we did floor work, maybe for the first week we were working hollow body positions, we were doing box drills, we were doing handstand push-up drills. Maybe the following week we put into a rep scheme. Maybe we started doing more numbers of handstand push-ups. Depending on the clientele, depending on your group and what they need work on, was dependent on what I did as a class. Then from there, at the end of the class, I would have some kind of core burnout. So like ring of fire, or I would do more core work. So tuck-ups, V-ups, some kind of core stability work no matter what, even if we were working on dips that day or whatever. I normally finish with some kind of core burnout of some sort, where they're working form but also gaining strength. Does that make sense? All right. That's just a basic outline of how I program for a specific gymnastics class. I've tried it many different ways. I've tried doing one day and mixing it all up. So like rings and floor and all this stuff at one time, and it didn't really get to where I was trying to go. I ended up having to start over a lot. So by kind of narrowing it down and focusing in and dialing in, I was able to get more accomplished. Even though it felt slow, it was still, I had more progress with it, better success. Then sometimes though, after I do 2 weeks on bars, 2 weeks on rings, or 2 weeks on floor, bar, ring, I will do like a test week, and I'll put a whole bunch of stuff together. So I won't stick completely. I will have like a week off where we just kind of put everything together and watch and see how everyone's moving. See if we've made progress, see if we haven't made progress, what we need to reevaluate, and what else I should be programming in where our weaknesses lie. All right? And then I'm going to turn over to Kevin so he can tell you what he does for his gym.
So I don't do programming at New England. That's all Ben Bergeron. He's like a programming group type guy. But what we do as coaches there is we incorporate a lot of these same progressions into the workout, depending what the workout is. Like if the workout has muscle ups in it for the day, then we'll take time at the beginning of class and teach the whole muscle up progression and have athletes kind of go through it and hit each position. Same with like handstand push-ups. The parallel work is actually really good for like just general warm-up. Like you can have fun with the shoot-through drills or practicing hill sits. What I found is with the clients there, a lot of them still maybe trying to work to get a strict pull-up. They're probably not ready for front levers or plunges, right? But what you can do is take the foundational steps, like the hollow body position, arch body position, and use that as kind of like warm-ups to build up their foundation before like introducing like inversions on rings. I know like we don't go over a lot of inverted stuff on the rings because most of the general population isn't ready for it. But if say it's a workout that has pull-ups in it or toes bars in it, what you can do is just like we did through the course. You don't have to take as much time on it, but you can show them, like teach them hollow body position on the ground, teach them arch body position on the ground, bring it to the bar. Can they hold those positions steady on the bar? Can they do it with a little bit of momentum? And then from there, you can pick appropriate scaling options in workouts. If maybe they don't have a strict pull-up, they could work the kip swing and then work a strict pull-up with a band type thing. So we like to incorporate more of that stuff, like foundational work, in the warm-up itself. Does that make sense? You guys have any questions on that? Would you agree, like most of your clients probably aren't going to be doing front levers, back levers? Yeah. So that's kind of what we found. Although Ben does program that stuff on his competitors' workout, it's like compwad.com. He has competitors practice that type of stuff because they're ready for that. Does that make sense? Anything else? All right, good job this week.